Hello everyone, how's it going today? Welcome back to some more Lego building. It is Friday. I want to apologize again for the very abrupt end to the stream on Wednesday. I did lose power. I will of course put that as a note in the video description for Wednesday's stream, but who knows if people will actually read that. There is a not great record of people reading the descriptions of videos on YouTube. But yeah, so apparently a lightning... Stop that, computer. Lightning hit a tree in the neighborhood, brought the tree down onto power lines and knocked out power to like a quarter of the neighborhood. So here are the pieces that we haven't done yet for the bag that we're on. I will go ahead and scroll to that. Now, I will note that the place where I am building right now is interior. When the power went out, all of the lights went out. It was pitch black. It was pitch black. It wouldn't be the world's hardest edit, no, but I'm also not very good at editing, and also I don't really have, like, the editing software that I have, because I have the Adobe Suite, I have tried it repeatedly and have not been able to figure it out, so at this point it's just like, people will live. It's my style now. I mean, if I start editing videos, people will actually expect me to edit them. You found there's nothing sweet about Adobe. That is fair. So, but yeah, it was pitch black, completely black. It's a good thing I had my phone, because I had a flashlight on it, and I was able to actually navigate around. Otherwise, I would have been probably on the floor crawling to make sure that I didn't, like, trip on anything. Alright, let's get a window in here. So, yeah. Completely dark. Howdy, Tom Brown. How's it going? Like, I've looked at some other editing software that's, like, free and stuff like that, and I don't know. It's still, like, I have my skill sets, and I know where my skill sets are lacking, and that is a place where my skill set is lacking, and I'm okay with it. There's girders at the back of the building here, which is very weird. But yeah, apparently someone in the neighborhood was driving home at the time the lightning struck the tree, and the tree came down right in front of their car, so very lucky. Also missed the houses around it, so could have been pretty bad. Multiple people got very lucky. Howdy, Vigastry. This is a cell phone shop. These are cell phone tiles there. It's nice that, well, smartphones. It's nice that Lego actually does have that, you know, have printed tiles for smartphones now. They definitely didn't have that when I was a kid. Nice, another watch streak. First branch of D-Mobile. I don't know. I think they're pretty mobile, not D-Mobile. Yes, I got that. I had to take it out of context, though. I had to change it up. 'Twas a requirement. In a scare earlier today, Ferris was stepping on one of her toys, and the crunch sound it made sounded exactly like a leak in the ceiling. Oh. That's not good. After my parents got divorced, I was staying at my father's condo. I was really young at this point. Like 10 maybe, something like that. And his ceiling collapsed. Not on me. I was in bed, and it was in a different room. But I did have Lego out there, and it did damage it. Howdy, Mr. Wolverine. How's it going? Back with turkey sandwiches? Should be ham sandwiches. Sheesh. Holiday properly, sir. I'm terrible. Alright, fold that down. And 1x8. 1x4 half tile. I'm so snooty. The house shook 2 days ago. You thought it was an earthquake, but rather a house around 16 miles away exploded. Oh, wow. Yeah, there was a house about a quarter of a mile away that exploded many years back. Yeah, be wary of the gas leaks. One of the reasons why I would go all electric in a new house. Okay, fold that down there. It was a street you visited before. I mean, I would expect it to be a gas leak. I can't imagine how else it would explode. Oh, whoops. Why did I think that those went there? My brain is weird. Yeah, I mean, that's why they add the sulfur smell to it. That's one reason why it tends to happen when people aren't home. Okay. I think we found the part that got included rather than the 2x2 tile that it is supposed to have. Because there is no 1x4 trans light blue, correct? Correct. Correct. Yeah. All right. So I got an incorrect piece. All right. I did mean to order the replacement. Not that it would have come, but I really like this angle here with this window. That's really nice. I like that. That is very nice. Let's go ahead and put that guy over there. All right, so not a piece that it's supposed to come with, 1x4 trans light blue tile, but spare pieces: white 1x1 plate, gray 1x1 cylinder tile, and black 1x1 cylinder plate with underbar. It's so underbar. It is a cute angle, yeah. Sister had a live-in acquaintance that somehow bumped the stove knobs and filled the house with gas twice. Needless to say, nearly getting you killed 3 times made him very unwelcome. Ooh. Ooh. Like, cause the gas on the oven or the stove does not produce that much gas that fast. You said 16 miles, it's 16 minutes, right? Okay. Still, 5 miles and to feel that explosion is pretty tremendous. Okay, so that goes on right there, above the comic book store, rests on top of that. Alright, and bag number 11 now. Filled may be relative, but it was definitely a threat. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you see these movies where it's like, they turn on the burners, but you know, prevent the them from actually burning, and then like immediately light a flame and it goes boom, and it's like it would take significantly longer than that. Alright, there's the torso and the legs, head, a little sweaty there. Airing the house out in the middle of winter is no fun. You say that, and yet I disagree. Howdy, Farron, how's it going? What's a little chill, right? I've definitely aired the house out, but not because of, like, gas. I've aired it out because of, like, stuff that burnt in the oven. Am I sure I'm not a frost dragon? Yes, I am. I'm a plastic dragon. Plastic has a pretty decent cold tolerance. So, you know. I can take it. There was an explosion fire in Copenhagen in a ghetto area earlier today. Ooh. It was an apartment building that burnt in Hong Kong, and it sounded like the same kind of thing that burnt the apartment building in London a number of years back. Like external cladding. Meanwhile, plastic tends to melt in the heat, and if it's not hot enough to melt, it is often hot enough to deform. So yes, I don't like to be deformed. Oh, was it several? Maybe it said apartment complex rather than apartment building. I don't know. Note to self, all is freezer safe. Determine later if dishwasher and microwave safe. I am not microwave safe, no. I'm probably not dishwasher safe either. I imagine that's a little too warm for me. Ald has a wonderful temper. It is truly, truly wonderful. You guys all enjoy my temper. It would be a lot of water, yeah. No, I do not like Arizona very much. I had grandparents who lived there. mean, I have infravision, not a rogue AI, and there isn't exactly a whole lot of heat down, you know, in this room when they, when the lights go out. Actually, I kind of wonder how, LED lights would show up under, infrared anyway. Maybe that's a way to not screw up people's infravision, is use LED lights. Got a container here with a shovel inside. Yes, I did get that ordered. I was also ordering some stuff that was on sale, and it was a situation of, okay, all right, I got my my cart is full. I've hit the point for a gift with purchase. All right, let's go order it. Click the button. Wait, why is the final amount different? Did something wait, something is missing from my bag. Let me go back and check. Oh, it's sold out. All right, let me go add something else. Add something else. All right. I've hit the limit. All right, let me go ahead and make my order. The total isn't right. What's going on? Oh, something sold out. Multiple things sold out, like, as I was clicking the order button. I was a little teed off. A little teed off. Honestly, I probably should have gone, like, if I had realized that that was going to happen, I would have gone for those things first and then gone for the Enterprise, because I'm pretty sure the Enterprise would have stayed in stock. And if it went back order, I wouldn't have cared that much. So I get it in 3 weeks rather than 1 or something like that? Meh. Could have saved the trouble by buying an AT-AT? I could have, yes, but I didn't want an AT-AT. You just got Santa's delivery truck and arcade machine in addition to the Enterprise and the extra stuff? Well, I just did the Enterprise because I didn't want to go like super high over the limit, because I basically used VIP points that I had to get myself down to the limit. Save myself a little bit of money. Everybody wants an AT-AT? I mean, I have one. Like, I literally do have a Lego AT-AT. I think. Pretty sure I do. I've gotten one of the ones that they've had. Oh, clearly time to trade up for a bigger house, PGW Chaos. You want an AT-AT, you have some terrain that you need to assault? What did the terrain do to you, Farron? It knows what it did. But I don't. Is my chat turned to... Oh. No, it's not. That probably got broken from the crash. Let me see if I can refresh that and fix it. Or do I have to go back to the page? That doing it? I think this happened last time I had a crash. Alright, hold on. Or it logged me out. That might be it, actually. Hold on. And that is probably because of the loss of power. I swear that happened once before. Oh, it's back? Alright. Sorry about that. Especially for viewers who are coming in, because, you know, it's 20 minutes into the stream. Like, I'm typically looking at that at the start of at the very start of the stream before anyone has even come in. So it's always empty then. So it is oftentimes something that I will miss if it does not put up. There we go. All right, that is fixed. Have to intuit the context on your own. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yes, watch me live. I do need more live viewers if I'm ever going to make it to partner rather than just affiliate. You do get free hams, that is true. Come join the fun, get all the hams. Delicious, delicious hams. You have 85,000 hams. Holy cow. That's a lot of hams. I need to think of some new uses for hams. Okay, there we go. We have a little bit of a decoration there, and that goes right in there. I figured. Like, those are expensive for a reason. Then the put me in incentives, yes. Yes, that is a good one. I haven't had a game worthy of that recently, but I do have some ideas. I do have some ideas that might show up. Oh, that's too bad. Alright, so we got a air conditioning unit going right in there. And basically we have a maintenance room. That's what this is. With spare parts of medium azure 1x2 half cylinder and 1x1 quarter cylinder tiles. And this goes right here. And let's have him sweeping up down here. There we go. There we go. All right, bag number 12 is next. It's important to install the AC unit the correct way and not make it an inefficient heater. I mean, it could be it would only be inefficient because it's configured incorrectly. It's basically what a heat pump is just a reverse air conditioner. Assemble your heat pump effectively, yeah. Plus it has the advantage of not burning gas or oil. Okay, let's get our lady concierge here. I believe we are doing a hotel next. That said, the heat pump still sounds dirty. Oh, it just wants to pump you up. With heat. Oh my, I know. Sounds dirty. Alright, let's get 5 1x4s. Is there anything better than taking things out of context, though? Like that? Just posted an 80s one-hit wonder in the asylum that's appropriate for this build. Is cold? Moxie needs extra snuggles? Well, you'll just have to do that. I mean, it's a sacrifice, but, you know, some sacrifices have to be made. Lack of context can make for the best clips. That's true. It's true. Alright, so rather than a door, we're actually just putting a window in here. Getting that right in there. Alright. 1x4 tile, 1x1 half tiles, 1x2 tiles. A window is a type of door if you run fast enough. I mean, you'll certainly be knocking on a certain door if you do that. Or you might. Apparently you've lived in New England too long, you actually kind of like the taste of Moxie. You've got Moxie. I hate Moxie. That's Spunk, actually. Oh, if you make all your death saving throws? Yeah, well, I mean, you might just take enough damage, you know? Glass is sharp. Glass is sharp. Okay, so there's a couple. I assume they're pamphlets. Go ahead and zoom in on these. Okay, so we have that, which I assume is an advertisement for pizza, and sport. I mean, who doesn't love sport, right? I know I love sport. Generic, undifferentiated sport. No, no, not even sport ball. Just sport. Spunk is gummy and a licorice from Denmark. Well, that certainly makes some quotes interesting. Alright, so a double stack of large macaroni. And we have a computer screen on here. Okay, so I believe that we are getting these two studs on here. Yes, we are. All right, there we go. So I did not realize that these two would, those two studs would connect that up like that. That's a pretty nice way of doing, you know, just a short round counter. Alright, then we get two 1x2s with side studs. No, I think you had it right the first time, Kinshir, in the worst way of that, the worst definition of that word. Okay. Also, this goes right there. And howdy, Kinshir, how's it going? Suddenly Twitch censored your message about the gummy candy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Who doesn't want to smell like a pizza or a sport pizza? I mean, I could understand, you know, wanting to smell like pizza. Someone might enjoy that. Someone on Chopping Mall certainly did. Alright, pair of 2x8s. I'd respond in kind, Kinshir, but the only other language I speak is Pig Latin. Alright, 1x4 half tiles. One by 8. Thought dragons were born with that knowledge. I don't have anyone to speak it with, though. Trapped by puppy snuggles. Sadly, there is no way to save you from that. No way at all. Alright, so we get some ingots here. There we go. And more ingots. Oh yeah, also, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, and get that right in there. And some flowers out here. Maybe your appreciation for licorice is from distant Norse ancestors? I mean, I have no such thing, so I don't know about that. Then again, I don't have distant Norse ancestors. Well, I mean... Okay, I have distant Norse ancestors. I don't have distant Norwegian ancestors. But really, what's the difference, right? Okay, a sticker that says hotel would go on here. For a little sign. Alright, so spare parts, black spigot, tap, translite blue 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, and a magenta 1x1 plate flower. Go ahead and get our concierge behind the desk here. Ready to take anyone coming in for a stay. Get that right on there. Okay. And number 4. Feels like an inconvenient place to put a hotel. I hope there's an elevator later. Spoilers! There is not. Selective compression usually dictates that there are no ways up and down stairs in most LEGO buildings because they take up so much space. I mean, there used to not even be bathrooms. Now at least occasionally there's a bathroom. Minifig, this is a weirdly shaped drinking fountain. Ew, grody. Alright, let's see. One more of the 8x8s. Oh, Gilded Tongue! There is a piece for that. There is a piece for that. It doubles as ice cream, yeah. I mean, what could be better, right? I actually need 2 of these. No, it's official. It's not used for minifigs, though. Well, no, actually, it is. We also had 1x1 cylinder tiles, too. I think the frog was only used in the Lion Knight's castle, though. Oh, did you see that that post about Amazon? Not a rogue AI? So messed up. Alright, so next up we get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. You're looking for orc minifigs and found a few official samples, so that was neat. You also found one big beefy custom by someone called Brick. I don't know about that. There's some very large ones similar to like the Thanos and Hulk figures available now, but I think those are trolls from back when they had the line with orcs. There's basically 2 kinds of orcs you can get. Is the line that came out for Castle, and then of course all of the Lord of the Rings stuff. What if you just call them orcs? Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, is that you can call them orcs. Like, officially they're released as... But I mean, like, you can call her an orc if you want. No one's stopping you. Lord knows you had to do stuff like that back before there were official orcs. It's downtown. Oh, whoops. Let's move these over there. Okay. 1x6. Well, if you want to know if they're LEGO compatible, you can always post in the toy room, and I will take a look. And either I will know, or I will make my best guess. Pretty good at identifying stuff that's LEGO compatible and things like that. Okay, then we get some brackets. Four by 4, 4 by 6, and another 4 by 4. Like, we have the guy, if I can find him right now. So I think we had... Oh, yeah, here we go. Like, we have this guy, the Goblin Raider. You know, I mean, you could use him as an orc if you wanted, kind of thing. He should have shorter legs to be an actual, like, D&D goblin. Oops. Need to click that. Also, I've turned it around. And I think there are people who do, like, 3D printed stuff, custom printed stuff these days that, you know, you might be able to find. Alright, so, spare parts, 1 black friction pin. One of my problems with the Lego Orc line is that they tended to have these gigantic cutting swords with big ol' nicks and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of this weapon. And then, of course, there was the slab sword from Lord of the Rings, which I'm also not a big fan of. Slab. It's just a straight piece of metal. Obviously it has an edge, but... it's like basically like a giant cleaver. But there's a reason why those types of weapons didn't really get developed. Hey, Bahamut, how's it going? Like, I like actual weapons, ancient, medieval, or Renaissance type things. Rush to do some last-minute bill stuff and shopping. Jackson seems of the mind orcs are superhumanly strong. Yeah, I don't think I ever got the impression that they were supposed to be like that in Tolkien's work. I mean, A, they're basically modified elves in Tolkien. And B, they're, like, otherwise kind of comparable to humans. Not for any particularly biased reason. Skrow do get +1 strength. They are stronger than your average orc. I did say Scro. But no W. SCRO. They are the orcs of space, the drivers behind the Second Unhuman War. They make a point to learn Elvish, so that they can tell elves in their native language that they're about to die. Do have an ad break about to run. I'm going to go ahead and pause that real fast. May have run across those while looking up orc stuff in Spelljammer. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I really like them overall as a villain. You'll get it. Don't worry. Your brain just wanted to betray you, that's all. Rummages in boxes for a bit. Oh, Lint, good enough. Just, you know, wash it off a little bit. Oh, there we go, got the tiles on top. Alright, rotate it around. Sounds pretty cool, Bahamut. I do like when it's really misty. As long as I don't have to drive in it. Even if I have to drive in it, I don't mind too much, as long as the people out there are not insane, which is no guarantee. But yeah, so Scro have like they're orcs that lost the or orcs from the first Unhuman War that like escaped to a world and then had a leader who kind of like trained them up to come back stronger than they ever were before, and got deified as a result. No. There's no evidence of that. I mean, there's no mention of Grumsh. I mean, they don't like regular orcs. Like, they are extremely snobby. But, like, I don't perceive... I don't know. It feels like, a lot of the writers these days... Oh, got an ad. Let me actually pause that, because I have the idea. I feel like a lot of writers these days just, like, don't like Grumsh. And repeatedly kind of, like, portray him as dumb and bad at everything and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't vibe with that. Oh, no. They are extremely pious. They just primarily worship Dukaj. But that's the thing for me, is like, I see it as, yeah, Grumsh is a greater power. He is the head of the whole pantheon. But the way that I see it is that the Skrull see Dukaj as the chosen of Grumsh, like, sent to them to, you know, bring them up better than they had been before, kind of thing. To make them better than they ever had been before, and that's why they don't like orcs, because, like, regular orcs are not the chosen people of Dukaj, and Grumsh is kind of how I see them doing it. Kind of like an orc messiah, yeah. And so they by no means, in my view, give up their worship of Grumsh and the rest of the pantheon, but they're kind of more remote than they are to other orcs. And I think it's also probably fair to say that they're not a big fan of Bogtrue. They would definitely be more inclined to worship Ilnival than Bogtrue by any stretch. So, yeah, like, I don't want them to reject the rest of the Orcish pantheon, in part because, like, I kind of feel like Grumsh would just step in and kick Dukaj's butt in that kind of thing. Yeah, Bahamut. So there would be that. But it's not so much infighting as they just dismiss orcs. Orcs are, like, regular orcs are just not even worth thinking about anymore. There we go. Close that up. Orcus is unrelated to orcs. Yeah, it's definitely Skrull elitism. Skrull are extremely elitist. I would treat half Skrull as just regular half-orcs. You know, perhaps with an appearance change. Not unrelated linguistically, but that doesn't mean that they have to be related in the game. Like, I would not relate them in the game. Since the language in question doesn't exist within the game world. But yeah, I think like recent Forgotten Realms stuff has had Luthik have an affair with Grumbar, and I despise that. I kind of feel like Luthik should be incredibly faithful to Grumsh, because she's the like idealistic, not grumpy bear, Grumbar. The uncaring, unfeeling, elemental earth god. Like, ruler of the earth elementals kind of thing. Yeah, so Osprey or Skro, but they couldn't use Skro. Living Jungle wasn't allowed to use certain things for some reason. I don't know. It's weird because it was all TSR. So they couldn't use Skro. So they basically just used Skro but renamed them. And they're a group of Skro that crashed and couldn't get back into space. All right, spare parts, 1x1 cylinder tile in blue. And let's get this on. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I don't know. I don't know German. But yeah, Osprey are just literally Skro. They put Sorials there for the same reason and couldn't call them Sorials, though. I'm not a big fan of Living Jungle. I don't care for it. But yeah, so I'm not a fan of, like, having Luthic be unfaithful to Grumsh. It feels like... I mean, again, yet more just... This contemptuous view of Grumsh from the designers. And, I mean, obviously, like... I mean, it's fiction. Who cares? Orcs tend to be, you know, a dangerous, villainous force in most campaign settings and things like that overall. But I want them to feel interesting and alive and you know, have interesting cultural elements of their own. And I kind of think that like doing that to Grumsh and Luthic kind of doesn't do that. Kind of doesn't help there. Deities should feel alive and realistic, and like everything is like that's been done since, maybe not since 2nd edition, but recently at least, really feels like they're trying to pull the orcs away from their gods. And the orcs overall, I think, should be like following their gods. Breaking the tropes is for the players, though. Like, that's kind of what I see. Or characters in novels. Like, there's a... back in 2nd edition, there was an Orog who became a paladin of Torm, I think. And... you know, like... great concept for an individual of the group, but don't make them all suddenly want to become that kind of thing. Like, it kind of feels like it's Bowdlerizing them. And I'm not a big fan of it. Like, if you're gonna pull them away from a racial pantheon that they have, then just eliminate that pantheon entirely. Alright, we do have an ad break just about to start. Oops. Nope. Get back in there. Thank you. Like, I would rather make the gods in question interesting than minimize them and stuff like that. But I'm also a big fan of what I created for the Orcish deities and stuff like that. So, you know, like, I am biased. I took the stuff that was written about them, ran with it, and I think did some really interesting stuff. Do you have a feeling that if a species is sapient, then they should have a choice in their alignment? Oh, sure. I'm by no means saying that there shouldn't be choice. I would never ever say that, actually. Even things that are inherently inclined to something, which is very much just planner creatures. All right, Mr. Wolverine, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. I do appreciate it. Like, 2nd edition gets some crap, mostly because people who haven't actually read the material, and I'm not saying that about anyone here, I'm talking about, like, just general people online. People who have not read the material make assumptions based on what other people have said. 2nd edition very, 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 very clearly makes makes it clear that all creatures, including planner creatures like Devas and Tanari and everything like that, all have choices. But, like, if a majority of a group of creatures tends towards an alignment, then I feel like the culture should reflect that. The culture of those creatures should reflect that, because that's what's causing them to generally be that alignment. Like, why are orcs generally lawful evil? And yes, I know that in later editions they are not, but in 2nd edition they are. And it's because of the culture of the Orcish pantheon. It's not because they are inherently lawful evil. It's because they're raised in a culture of lawful evil. And that is the culture of the Orcish pantheon. So orcs who stray slightly, like get into the neutral territory, will often still find a way to worship the members of the pantheon. But those who get, even further away into good, basically have to look outside of their culture. They have to go elsewhere to reflect their beliefs. Yeah, that typed up waiting for the ad to end. You didn't have a reason for why in world. Well, I'm not talking about like anyone's particular world. I'm talking about like the general campaign. The default material, published material, that kind of thing. Obviously, anyone can change it for their own side, but it's a lot easier to, keep it in line, keep the published stuff in line with what's come before, I think. I come to the realization that Grumsh will always be the disappointed father who always goes, well, why didn't you do this while doing that? Push them to do more, which causes backlash from the other races, which always seems to keep orcs in a constant state of never learning anything. You just don't like the sound of the name Grumsh? Grumsh, 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 Grumsh. I imagine you're not a big fan of Dukaj as well either. Let's not do that one yet. Oh, actually, nope. We are going to do that one. Not Dukash, Dukagsh. D-U-K-A-G-S-H. Got to get that extra consonant in there. Ilnival, best orc deity. Actually, like he is my my favorite. He is the one that I think is the most interesting in terms of like classic orcness. And like if anyone were going to overthrow Grumsh, I think it would be Ilnival. Shargus? Shargus is pretty interesting. I like Utrus for his just being really messed up. Okay, there we go. Got that on there. All right, get another of these three-way clips, a ring light, and a phone. Because apparently this guy is a streamer. Bahamut isn't Paladine. Paladine isn't Bahamut. I don't care what the later material says. I refuse to accept it. Get that up there. There's a lot of light. I mean, very, very easy to look inside while he is streaming. Lies, lies and slander, Bahamut. I am the Dungeon Master, and that is from Dungeon Master, so obviously, yes. I do indeed reject your reality and substitute my own. Which is kind of what I've done with so many of my deities. And there we go. Eric Boyd did alert me to an orcish deity that I had missed not too long ago, so I got that one written up. I mean, it was like a year ago now that I think I wrote it up, but still. All right, spare parts: 1x1 plate flowers in yellow and bright green, a 1x1 plate in magenta. 1x1 cylinder tile in beige, and teal headphones. So how much to ask to be the deity of all the races in D&D? There isn't one. There are certainly plenty of deities of any race, though. So there we go. He's got his streaming set up. Let's get that on there. All right, book number 5. Basically, like, one of my points of view with my deity project was to give more in-depth, details on the cultures behind these races, and also to, like, use that to explain why many of them are the way they are in the game, and, of course, to, like, give them reasons why they... Oh. Feet fell on the floor. And give them reasons to continue to be the way that they are described. Like, obviously it does not apply to individuals. Bogtrue, you feel like he's probably the easiest god to distract, if only because, well, he's an idiot. So if you, one gives him a train set to smash everything, it should be good. Oh, yeah, I enjoy Bogtrue for his absolute stupidity. And just being, like, the epitome of being pointed somewhere and he goes and smashes kind of thing. I will note, Higamus, the GIF in our Spelljammer campaign, did die to a priest of Bogtrue, who did indeed use his bare fists to pummel Higamus to death. That was a priest of Bogtrue. Alright, let's see. So we have the writer lady from the Italian Riviera here, and I suspect that this is like a designer insert figure, because she's in 3 sets. Yeah, you really do not want to get into a fist fight with a priest of Bogtrue. Really, really do not. Really, really, really do not. Did I mention that you really, really do not want to get into a fist fight with a priest of Bogtrue? I'm not sure if that came through. Yeah, probably Sealant, but maybe dumber. Terrible Lego luggage. Have they fixed the hinge issue? What do you mean the hinge issue? You never saw interest in Ilnival? Really? Like a war god devoted to strategy? Hulk without Banner's influence, yep. You could argue that priests of Bogtrue get exceptional strength even if they have no fighter levels. I'm pretty sure that that's one thing that I gave them, yeah. There's other priests who get that. Priests of Thor and Hercules will as well. Because it was just thin plastic folding? Oh yeah, I mean, that's not going to change. Yeah, like, Ilnival is very much the orcish Athena in many ways. I don't know. I mean, at least Grumpsh is going to be passionate. Arcanus. That's the thing I don't get. Grumbar and all of the elemental lords, there's a reason why they're called the Cold Lords of the Elements. Howdy, Shield of Hope. How's it going? I don't really consider love to be one of the things that they are truly capable of. They can care about things, but I don't think that they're really capable of loving. Whereas the Archimentals, they are. But the thing is, like, even the Greek gods are not truly human. They're not going to be... They're not going to act in the same way that people will and everything like that. And they represent... They represent things as well. They represent concepts. That's one reason why I think that Luthik would be and should be faithful. She does have big claws, yes. Yeah. I mean, maybe Grumpsh is into that. These are some really big windows to have a bed right next to. Hope you like that blinding sun in the morning. Blinded by the sun? Blinded by the light. But not exactly revved up like a Deuce, another runner in the night. Hope it's not on the first floor? No, it's not. It's on the 4th floor. So I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be right here. Utrus is all very interesting deity. I love the you know, those like Utrus and Skigaret. I love them both. Nothing like a little bit of you can't understand these individuals. And, you know, they're technically subservient to the head of the Pantheon, but part of it is also that the head of the Pantheon is like, I'm not messing with them. I may be the head of the Pantheon, but no. I'm gonna let them do what they want until, unless it's a problem. I'm gonna let them do what they want. I think Shargus is a bit more like, you don't interfere with me, I don't interfere with you. And also an element of, could Grumsh even find Shargus if things went down? I mean, Shargus is the only deity that's ever stolen something that I think it was Gulfin was protecting, was guarding. Yeah, but Shargus is also afraid of Grumsh's power. Because, like, just because, like, he knows that Grumsh would absolutely destroy him if in a stand-up fight. And Shargus knows that there's no guarantee that he'd be able to, you know, like, get the drop on him. Right, but, like, it's one of those things of, even if I cheat, I'm not guaranteed to succeed. So that's why Shargus doesn't directly oppose him. Hey, speaking of toilets, here's a toilet in a really terrible place. Oh, there we go. Toilet. Goes right on there. You know, so, you know, if you're coming by, you can see right in where they're showering, right in where they're pooping. Right, so that's the thing is, like, Shargus would have to contend with Bogtrue and Ilnival and Luthic. Especially Bogtrue, so... Like I said, Bogtrue, and I mean, Shargus knows that he'd get his butt kicked if he couldn't get the drop on Grumsh, and he knows that there's no guarantee that he would get the drop, so that's why he grudgingly follows Grumsh. It would be interesting to see who would be the better Guardian, Helm or Gorm. You would be? You would be, huh? You would be. You sure about that? I don't think guardianship is part of your portfolio. Yeah, but justice has nothing to do with guardianship, directly. Alright, now so for some lime green. Just Mega Flare all who approach. Actually, then there's Parafair. He's also a guardian. But he's also chaotic neutral. He guards with traps. Okay, so I guess the windows won't be quite so large, but still. They're pretty large. Yeah, one of the Naga gods. Okay. She's just arrived and really, really wants to put her bags down and get some sleep. There we go. She's heading straight for the bed. Alright. So, right in there. So the good news is that, like, don't really have a good view from this, the sky bridge. So that's something, at least. Alright, spare parts. Gray tap, gray angle bar with stud. There's only 3 in 2E. Which, like, I mean, A, I know why they did 5, but also B, like, why? She is literally the most perfect example of the maiden, matron, and crone. Give her the full X. Yeah, but what are the other 2? You got maiden, matron, and crone. What are the other 2? I mean, I think she matches 2 other added Nagas, like Dark Nagas or something, but I don't even think that they're lawful evil. Maybe Banelar? There's no chaotic good Nagas that I'm aware of. Karen and something else? What? Oh, no. Are Radiant chaotic good? Did they make Dark lawful evil? Alright, and as you should always do, have a fence that is also a roller coaster bar, with a pretty substantial gap there. Harry Dresden has enough going on in the Chicago in the Winter Court. Alright, so there's that. There's that. And then there. These are really neat pieces. I like these. Spot to sweep dust off the building. Iridescent, yes, they're chaotic good. Ah, okay. They made Dark Nagas lawful evil, yeah. Okay. But seriously, what are these other 2 aspects of her? What else do you fit in with Maiden, Matron, and Crone? Unless there's something like Child. Is one of them a child? Spinster, maybe? I don't know. I'm, like, very confused. Or did they get rid of the maiden, matron, and crone aspect of her? I really enjoyed writing her up when I did it. Seeker, Acquirer, Weaver, Empowerer, Preserver. So Seeker and Acquirer are new, but did they get rid of, just completely get rid of Maiden, Matron, and Crone? Alright, there we go. Get that nice little lounge chair out there on the balcony. No, you should know by heart. Alright, and a strawberry smoothie. Like, what's better for your being out on the balcony in the middle of the downtown than a strawberry smoothie? Relaxing in your Chase Lounge with a Mai Tai in hand? Yeah, or that. That works too. Actually surprised that there isn't an official write-up for Queen Mab in D&D. So I would say, like, the Mab getting, you know, like this association with evil fairies quite as much as she has now. Started in, like, I mean, it didn't start in the 90s, but it really came to a head, like, after the early 90s, I would say. So that's part of it. I did specifically, when I wrote up the Queen of Air and Darkness, tie her to Queen Mab. But, like, I didn't tie it too closely because there isn't a whole lot of, like, actual Shakespearean stuff. If your favorite character from your favorite fictional world came and brought you into that world, could you last a whole week? I don't know that I really have a favorite fictional world. Seeker appears to be the maiden, being the need to explore and learn. Preserver is the mother. Weaver is the crone. Empowerer appears to be the teacher of young generations, while the Acquirer is one that hoards knowledge. Okay, so they still they changed who was the maiden, matron, and crone. Just pick one? I mean, Spelljammer. I probably would not be able to survive. Well, I'd probably go learn magic, I suppose. I don't know. But see, I'd have no Lego. That would suck. Like, without Lego, what's even the point of living? I mean, I could live without soda. I'm not addicted to soda. I just go through with the caffeine withdrawals for a little bit. Have to convince Gond to allow ABS and injection molds. I wouldn't have to convince Gond. I could always go for Hephaestus or Nebulon. Nebulon would probably go for it. I don't think you'd have to convince Ogma. He just deals with knowledge. You're surprised and chuckled that Mark Twain included the caffeine and nicotine withdrawals in Connecticut Yankee. Alright, there we go. I mean, I'm not really surprised that he would gild a tongue, considering that he's been on the Enterprise. He knows about he knows what's coming. Well, but I don't have to be in Toral. Howdy, Duke Darkwood. How's it going? I could go to Great Space. Getting in with the followers of Hephaestus. Considering the poor financial decision you made last night, oh, did you order the Enterprise? Chill with Celestian. You've heard of Netflix and chill. Now there's Celestian and chill. Yes, I ordered it as well, Duke Darkwood. I'm looking forward to it. All Enterprises, no AT-ATs. Nope. Enterprise is cheaper. Well, I mean, you gotta get Rolaren, right? Like, that's the important thing. Gotta get the most important character. Hang out in the astral, meet new and interesting creatures, avoid being eaten. Yeah, if only Leva had managed to avoid being eaten, huh? The first time she went to the astral, I got I rolled a random encounter, and it was like, Deva or Tanari. So I was like, oh no. Alright, so I rolled it, and lucked out that it was a Deva who guided her her back. The next time, it was like a Dower, which are extremely stealthy, amorphous creatures that can stun you, and it succeeded on its first attack. Nah, Tinker Gnomes wouldn't take over the multiverse. It would be like the Spothy or the Utwig in Star Control 2, both of whom have incredibly, incredibly powerful ships. Incredibly powerful ships. neither of whom has any desire to do any sort of conquering. This is why you stay on your own plane. Yeah, it does help oftentimes. Alright, so we got some wind turbines up here. Sorry for the fuzziness. It's very tall. It's about 1.5 inches from the camera. Getting a little bit of that the breezes to help offset the power needs of the building. Yes, this is city. This is the downtown set. Mad Gnome Super Halls. Mad Gnomes are just standard gnomes, though. That's my favorite thing about Dragonlance and gnomes. Mad Gnomes are just standard Player's Handbook gnomes. Alright, then we have 2x3, dark blue 2x3 tiles with 2 clips as solar panels that can obviously turn to catch the sun. And that goes right here for a little bit more power generation. Really needs more solar panels than that. Alright, and our extra pieces. A dark brown 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, a teal 1x1 cylinder plate, and a black pneumatic T. Okay, this is actually the last bag. I do have something else to build. Weird conundrum, wondering if I had any insights. Go ahead. Ask away. Just thinking about how your Incubus would react to someone trying to get back from the astral plane. Would he be a troll? Yes. Would he help? Also yes. Why would he help? Because he's his own Tanari? I mean, it might give him access to another area that he hadn't known about, you know. Another place on the Prime. Brother and you both ordered the Enterprise. Him first. He got the Shuttlecraft gift with purchase, but you got all 3. Did he order it? Because I know that it opened up for ordering, like, just before midnight. I would recommend he call customer service and see if they will retroactively add the 3. The other 2. They probably will. There were some glitches. Also, if you have a Lego.com account, do go up and go do the bump up, I think is what they're calling it, where you pay 200 insider points and you get 1,000. So, yeah, he may have been too fast, but it may have also been a glitch. Have him call customer service. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but I would strongly suspect that they will give him the other gifts with purchase. I don't think I have this hairpiece. Interesting torso on this child. Interesting hair as well. Your Incubus is also very much shaped by his time in service of Baphomet. One of the few things he's thankful for his mother doing to him. Who would be thankful for service to Baphomet? Really stoked for the castle gift with purchase. I mean, it's also got 500 pieces. I mean, they're mostly tiny, but like that's a lot of pieces for a gift with purchase. Like Lord Canis, I'm very curious what he got out of his time with Baphomet. Oh no, I agree. I agree, Duke Darkwood. Multiple things that I tried to order after that sold out before I could complete my orders. Is your second large castle after the fire-breathing fortress? Isn't the one in that the earlier one, though? Like, you're talking about the one that's on the 32 by 48 baseplate, right? I think the one in that that set is the previous 32 by 32 raised baseplate one. I don't remember the number offhand. Any surprises for LEGO streams? I mean, they are both on Hill baseplates, yes, but one is the 32 by 32 and the other is the unique 32 by 48. Which I am the person who, at least the original. Someone may have done a change to it, but I did the original L-Draw model file for that 32 by 48 baseplate. I mean, not a rogue AI. Those LEGO sets will be on LEGO streams eventually. One of the ones that I tried to get that sold out was the Technic Lunar Rover. That would have been the first Technic set that I would have like the first large Technic set that I would have done for the stream. So I'm not a big fan of most of the Technic these days. And I'm not doing the Liber crane thing. Not that crazy. Let's get into the thick of combat. He finds beauty in things the rest of his very extended family would find ugly and offensive to their delicate natures. Alright, I mean, that does. That tracks. Baphomet does like to create some monstrosities. When I wrote him up, I gave his priests some spells that allow the creation of things like chimeras and owl bears and stuff like that as essentially a, hey, let's, you know, kind of explain the existence of these creatures. Not explicitly, but as a, you know, this can explain it. Yes, not a rogue AI. That little girl's father, definitely a follower of Baphomet. Definitely a follower of Baphomet. No, he doesn't. Not one that I can remember easily. All right, got some prints on here. 2 prints is. I'm not sure if I've gotten one of these tiles before. I've definitely gotten these record tiles, the vinyl tiles. There we go, some cones, some six-L bars with stops. No. The... Alright, hold on. Oh no, I'm not logged into Brickset here. Meh. Never mind. No, so there is the, and I'm blanking on the names, the Black Knight's Castle that is on the 32 by 32 base plate. I believe came out before the Fire-Breathing Fortress. The one that's on the 32 by 48 base plate, which is also like primarily black with the gray highlights. That one came out after the Fire-Breathing Fortress. Yeah, I'm blanking on the set numbers. Gotcha, okay. So we got some speakers here. There we go. And we reverse it for the other side. I probably would have had this cross over the breakpoint there, just to further reinforce it. No. Let me see if I have something on my my phone that I can pull it up. Probably not. No. Unfortunately, like, I'd look on Brickset, but if you're not logged in, it is just, like, almost unusable because of the ads. And I'm not logged in on this computer. I need to, like, reset my password or something like that, and I'm not gonna do that. Oops, that goes there. There we go. Alright, so 4 of each. Maybe when the ad runs, I'll go look it up. Because we do have an ad running in about 4 minutes. There's pink. I do actually have some pie. had to go out and get some milk at Trader Joe's, and they had a yummy-looking apple pie. And unfortunately, the pizza place that I wanted to go to yesterday, their website said that they were open, but I think that's because they were just like tracking standard Thursday hours rather than holiday hours or something. So I did not get my pizza. My Thanksgiving pizza. I was a little disappointed. There we go. No, it's a 4-digit set number. It's not a 5-digit set number. It's from the late 90s. Mid to late 90s. Oops. There we go. Spare part is a gray 1x1 cylinder tile with a top peg. And let's get the little kid dancing alone in the disco, the rooftop disco thing. No, the standard Thursday hours didn't account for the holiday. All right, and get that right on there. See, we can pull our streamer from down here because he's got the headphones. And he can be the disco DJ. There we go. All right. So this is the downtown. I would get a view of it a little bit on its back. I'm not sure if I could turn this on its side. That might cause some problems. I could try it. Get those out because they might cause a problem. Let's see. Is this going to be an issue if I... Oh, yeah. I can see how much that is going to be an issue if I actually try to tilt it back. I could pop some of these parts off, but yeah, this road is not going to take that that laying down, shall we say. But it is a like, I mean, it's very open. Like, there's a lot of open space here and everything. But it's pretty big. It actually feels bigger than I expected, given the artwork on the cover and everything like that. But it's pretty nice. I could pop all of this off. See, and it is very modular as well, which is pretty nice. There we go. So we can look at it from this side. Get a view of the side. I like how we've got like this more traditional construction here, and then more modern styles. But yeah, you can already see like it's coming apart. It does not like being on its side. It is not designed for that at all. Alright. But we're not going to end the stream just yet. I'm going to push these things in the back, though. Get them out of the way. Wonder why I wasn't designed for that? Because why would you put the buildings on their side? Let's see. On the instructions, then does have it finished. And has all the minifigs placed around. You can turn it around. Shows position of all the minifigs. And the back would allow it to connect up to other buildings as well. Alright, scroll on through. Alright. So we have another set. And I have one more if I decide to build it. We'll see. So, Police Sea Speedboat and Crook's Hideout. So this one has 300 pieces. Also, Princess Linda and Cornflakes guy got knocked out of positioning. There might be some stickers to look at. Put that down there. Alright, so we got 2, 1, and 3. Alright. So number 1. Not the Cornflakes guy, no, I know. Alright, let's put those aside. I don't think we're needing either of these yet. Lots of high visibility yellow. Super bright. Day glow yellow. Alright, start out with the this dock here. And there is a rocker hinge bottom. Why would you Mega Flare Cornflakes guy? Cornflakes guy is love. Cornflakes guy is life. It's so bright yellow it actually hurts the eyes. Well, I mean, that's why it's high visibility. That's why you got the torso in that. Specifically designed to be noticed. That's true. Through the power of cornflakes, he can dodge that. Maybe he likes his cornflakes toasted? Yes, but he doesn't like himself toasted. You know, unless it's in, like, a hot tub. You know, he'll toast, he'll be toasty in a hot spring. That's fine. Just like that one guy in Suikoden 2 really, really liked. Yeah, whatever his name is. We'll go with that, yes. I'll assume you're correct. The bathhouse guy. Look, there are too many characters in that game for me to remember all of them. I can't even remember all the guys in the ones that I've played more often, like 3. Couple hidden gold bars here under the docks. I mean, who doesn't have hidden gold bars under the docks, right? Now you know where to find my gold bars? I mean, there's a lot of docks in the world. If you want to go searching all of them for my gold bars, you go right ahead, sir. You will never find that I've hidden my gold bars in the docks in Annapolis Harbor. Oh, shoot. Bahamut really wants to take a bite out of crime. I mean, I guess it makes sense being Bahamut. There's the other problem with remembering all the names. Too many similar ones. Yeah. Yeah. Clearly, I hit them at Norfolk. You had an idea for an undead D&D character inspired from lore derived from a mix of Witcher 3 DLC and Darkest Dungeon? Well, I have designed a character that I am going to enjoy in the Spelljammer game. I'm not going to give too much away. Certain other players will definitely enjoy, and certain other players will probably not enjoy. Not nearly as bad as Wheel of Time. I think that one has more characters too, just in 1 or 2 of the factions. But I will say this about the Wheel of Time. I have read through that series at least up until a certain point. So I do actually remember most of those. Look at all the high visibility. So visible. But of course, to be fair, it's not like we need to remember any characters in the Wheel of Time other than Elmandretta. Well, see, Duke Darkwood, I got into that when the 3rd book came out, and then every time a new book came out, I reread it. Might burn out the CCD on my camera with that. I'll just have to get a new camera. One that's better with high visibility. Sticker goes there for a police logo. So visible that you want to mega flare it for the pain it causes the eyes. I haven't read it since Sanderson finished it, and I don't know. Part of it is just like, is it going to be the same? And I feel like it's not. And if I don't read it, then I preserve my feelings that I already had. So I don't know yet. I own them. I did buy them. Just haven't read them yet. Yes, he is not. I know he's not. And I've never read anything else by him. I hadn't read anything else by him when he was picked, and I still haven't. So, like, I don't have a feel for his writing style at all. No, I'm aware. It's like, and I'm not saying that as a criticism or anything like that, as any kind of like he sucks or something like that, because I don't know. It's very much just an element of like, is this going to change how I feel about my experiences so far? I don't know, Lord Canis, if they balefire you, it's kind of it. Felt he did an okay job wrapping up the series. Robert Jordan left him a lot to wrap up. Yeah. Never ever let anyone show me the Wheel of Time show. I think it was Zerfall was watching some of that and was telling me about some of the changes. I mean, I'm curious about the characterizations, but there was one in particular that I heard, and it was like, I understand that they were trying to do a certain thing with this, but oh my god, is that a failure? Yeah, I have not heard good things, so. Yeah, there's the engine in the back. Turn it around, get the speedboat windshield. I mean, so like a big part of it is like I have an image in my head of most of the characters, and I don't want that changed. Like that's even more than anything that they might have done poorly or well with the story and characterization and stuff like that. And we get a little spotlight there on the front. I mean, luckily I am not the type of person to hate watch things, so it's not a problem for me to ignore something that I don't care about. You can say the same thing about that Shannara TV series they did. It was okay-ish, but not even close to what you had in mind from the books. Oh god, yeah, I forgot that was even a thing. It's kind of amazing how, like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's a... This goes back, like, all the way to, I would say, my childhood. How I'm not a big science fiction reader, but I really enjoy watching sci-fi. Whereas fantasy on TV and movies is usually really bad. Unless it's, you know, unless there's an element in which that doesn't matter. Like, it's a pure comedy or it's animated. But live-action fantasy is usually not very good. And that goes back to my childhood kind of thing. Like, a lot of the fantasy that I end up watching is just schlock, and I enjoy it for being schlock, but it's still schlock. It's not good. Alright, so, spare parts. We got a set of handcuffs, gray 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, gray Technic half pin, clear 1x1 cylinder tile, black 1x1 cylinder plate with bar, dark blue 1x1 tile, and yellow Technic pin. Beastmaster is a mixture of, like, I mean, let's face it. Don't get me wrong. I love Beastmaster. Beastmaster is good schlock. Like, it's higher quality schlock. But it's still schlock. I have not seen the show. I'm talking about the first movie. The second movie cheaps out by taking it to New York, but it also has a young Carrie Whirler. So that's a bonus. That's a plus. Might have gotten her name wrong. I don't know. It's been a while. There is a third movie that's made for TV, as opposed to theatrical. The other two were theatrical, although the second one may not have actually gotten a theatrical release. I don't know. The second one was intended to be a theatrical movie, though. I don't think I'm not sure if the third one has Mark Singer. And if it doesn't have Mark Singer, it's not the Beastmaster. The first one is definitely responsible for more people liking ferrets than you might think, though. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who love ferrets because they saw that first movie. Like RoboCop without Weller. No, because the TV series is bad, but it's also, like, it has some interesting things, and the actors who did it in 3 and the TV series weren't bad. I have not seen the remake. But I wouldn't quite put it the same way. In part because, like, you know, Peter Weller's a great actor. And it's definitely not the same. But he's acting like he's a robot, which also kind of, you know, bad actors kind of naturally are robotic in many ways, kind of thing. There's his legs. Where's his, There's his mask. There we go. Welcome back, Kinshir. There you go. He's got his wet bandit's mask, and hat, bag of loot. And there's a bulldog. Look at this little guy. Look at that face. So ugly cute. I can't keep track of which Conan is which, so I could not say which one I like better. I will say that the best character in the Conan movies is not Conan, and it's like, you know, the best character is the character played by Mako, however his name is pronounced. Definitely the best character. Yeah, but I mean, like, there's so much in both of them just kind of merges together in my brain. That's what I mean. Yeah, no, I meant the actor. Sorry. Thought I said played by. I mean, I just like his like him as an actor, for one thing. I haven't seen Red Sonja in a really long time. I more associate Red Sonja with the cover of the D&D adventure, because I saw ads for that so much. And, you know, it's, I think it's Clyde Caldwell, so... I don't think I've seen Red Sonja more than once or twice. I mean, they made a lot of things recently. That doesn't... You know, they're oftentimes not great. Right, it was very bad. I think I heard that. It continues to shock me how we've got so much good technology for special effects, so many good actors and actresses who oftentimes don't get a whole lot of work, you know, and stuff like that. And then, you know, and tons of journeyman directors who are good and don't get enough work. And lots of writers who are good and don't get enough work. And yet, we still produce, like, just garbage movies. So this is a cool new window insert that we got, I think, last year, I think. Basically making, you know, the, you know, that lattice fencing you got, like, around schoolyards and stuff like that. It does have a full rod on the side, so it can be held in clips and things like that. And, of course, I do believe... Yeah. So you can get studs in there. So you can do all kinds of fun stuff with these. I'd love to get a bunch of these. Far too many remakes and live-action remakes. Yes, yes. And the B movie is dead, and that is very, very sad. You know, it's amazing watching old movies, and that, you know, they're schlock, They're fun, but they're schlock. And you'll see, like, the Columbia logo and stuff. And it's like... That's a big, legitimate, you know, company making this schlock. And you really don't get that. I think that the death of movie theaters is really seeing the end of the B-movie, which is a shame. Because the B-movie is the kind of thing that it's like, it's made for, you know, $10 to $20 million, or was, would make like $30 million. And it was just like, you know, it was the main way of making money until the blockbuster came along, where you'd make the blockbuster for X amount, and then it would do so incredibly well that it makes the company for the year, kind of thing. Well, B-movies were even before video rentals. Like, video rental was even different. Like, that's not even like B-movie. B-movie was the kind of thing that you'd see in like, drive-ins and stuff. Godspeed, Roger Corman, yeah. But, I mean, major studios did B-movies. Because they'd make money. Oh, you remember watching... Okay, gotcha, I missed that. Full Moon Pictures, yeah. Yeah, Full Moon did tons of direct-to-video garbage. But it would sell well enough through video rentals. Yeah, fun garbage. You know, that's kind of my definition of schlock as well. It's garbage, but it's fun. Like, I pulled up a movie on Tubi and noticed the credit. What was it? It was Paul Rabin. Directed by Paul Rabin. Paul Rabin, who did Giant Spider Invasion and another movie for MST3K that was on MST3K, and so I went to look on IMDb, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. This is the kind of movie that I want to watch. Here's the IMDb ratings. It was just like, just this this straight on down arc. Yeah, I watched back when I was young in the 90s and early 2000s. It was like weekend rolled around and it was just watch whatever garbage Sci-Fi Channel was having on the weekend. I don't even remember what most of those movies were, and I was watching that like every weekend. But you don't really get that these days, and it's very sad. It's very sad. You miss Sci-Fi's terrible movie nights? Yeah, me too. But I will say this. Tubi is giving me that feeling again. So a sticker would go on there of a computer screen. Nope, Tubi is free. But I would pay for Tubi. I would pay $10 a month for Tubi. Given how much garbage is on there. And the thing is like, it's... Part of it is, like, I don't like digital schlock. Like, early digital stuff is bad in a really cheesy way, but it's so bad that it's, like... It's not quite as bad as modern garbage, where you can tell it's digital and just not fun. Somewhere in some cinematic universe, 8-year-old you is part of a crowd running through an airport. No idea what movie it was. But like, back when you had to do practical effects in the, everywhere from the 50s, 40s to the 90s, basically. Bad animatronics, bad rubber puppets, guys in costumes. So much better than bad CG. So much better than bad CG. I mean, I like riff tracks and MST3K and everything like that, but sometimes I just want to watch the actual movie. I mean, well, so... Yes, oftentimes it can be, but some of that can be fun too. But the best bad stuff is where the people tried and failed. Like, as like Red Letter Media says, their vision was larger than their budget. When their vision is larger than their budget, that kind of is where you get some of the best stuff. You don't think you could survive on Rift? I mean, like, I just rewatched today Planet of Dinosaurs, a movie that I love from my childhood that Rift Tracks has done. And it is still great on its own. Planet of Dinosaurs is... So Planet of Dinosaurs here is a great movie because, like, extremely low budget on the sets. They were just, like, filming out in the California desert. The costumes are really cheesy. The props are really cheesy. It has actors, some actors who actually did quite a bit of other things in, like bit parts in TV shows for decades and stuff like that, but certainly no big names, who were trying, but also tended to, this tended to be an early film for them. But then they spent so much money of their budget on stop-motion dinosaurs. The stop-motion dinosaurs are beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. It is so out of, like, the league of the movie itself. They're absolutely gorgeous. And a lot of those special effects people went on to work on things like Return of the Jedi. No, not Return of the... Empire Strikes Back. Ghostbusters. Not The Last Dinosaur. Planet of Dinosaurs. From 1977. Gremlins 2. And so many other things. Like they got, like, really, people who ended up being really good at special effects really early in their career. And those dinosaurs are fantastic. I love them so much. There is a giant spider scene, yes. Alright, so spare parts. We got trans green, trans red 1x1 cylinder plates, black 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, not clear, trans light blue 1x1 cylinder tile, a black friction pin, and a black bandit's mask neckerchief thing. So, like, Planet of Dinosaurs is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic low-budget schlock movie. Highly recommend it with all of my heart. It's so good. And, I mean, Riff Tracks has done it, but it is worth watching on its own, too. Let's get the pupper in here. Let's get the bandit looking at the computer. Just got you to remember Baby Secret of the Lost Legend? Yes. Yeah, I have seen that one too. I have seen that one. I want to watch that one again. Special effects, like, that has a really big prop in it, which is pretty good for a really big prop. Doesn't hold a candle to the stop motion of the dinosaurs in Planet of Dinosaurs. Like, I will say this. Planet of Dinosaurs, the special effects of Planet of Dinosaurs with the dinosaurs, is what you would have seen if Phil Tippett had had his way with Jurassic Park. Same quality. They're that good. I'm going there. I'm going there. Like, they're Phil Tippett stop motion level. It would also require planning, not a rogue AI. Okay, it's not actually as good as Phil Tippett would have been, but if they'd had a higher budget, it would have been. It's absolutely gorgeous stop-motion dinosaur work. Why didn't I take you to Jurassic Park? Well, I was busy. So I can dump the fish on the boat as it goes through. Okay, third bag. No, but I seriously highly recommend watching Planet of Dinosaurs. If you enjoy schlocky movies. Did I ever see Ego Pogo? No, it doesn't sound familiar. No, I'm gonna watch Winter Beast one of these days, Lord Canis. I am aware of Winter Beast. And I'm gonna watch it. It's on Tubi. I've seen clips. I've seen Red Letter Media. They watched it. Okay, sticker would go there. There's my bracket. But yeah, I think like Planet of Dinosaurs has probably the highest ratio of like special effects quality to actor quality of any movie. Like, it's pretty crazy, the quality difference between the special effects of the dinosaurs and the acting. What is a movie with a 1-to-1 ratio? Probably something like Jurassic Park. Top quality acting, top quality special effects. Oh, I know. Most of the Star Wars movies, or at least the first trilogy, 1-to-1 ratio of special effects and acting quality. I mean, there's a pretty good number of 1-to-1 ratio acting quality special effects movies, I think. I don't know how many I'd say have top quality special effects and bottom quality acting. Really, almost everything other than the stop-motion dinosaurs are like bottom of the barrel. I suppose that's what I should be saying. Another example of bad sci-fi schlock that you couldn't survive on Rift, and I'm sure many folks here would agree, Battlefield Earth. I've seen that without a Rift. I have seen that without a Rift. But see, like, so here's the thing. Most science fiction movies and fantasy movies work without a riff. I mean, and not to say that, yeah, that's a Scientology one. Not to say that having the riff is bad, but most of them work just fine without a riff because of the nature of science fiction. It's when you get a drama, something that's really dry and just falls flat because of poor acting or something like that, something to that effect. You know, or a bad comedy. But science fiction has an element to it that, like, you could be looking at, like, the special effects will be, like, adorable kind of thing and stuff like that. And you can watch them just fine without a riff because of elements like that. How dumb do you have to be to not suspect shenanigans when the Stone Age tribals bring you perfectly uniform smelted gold bullion? Yeah, it's like the plot holes in Battlefield Earth are large enough to, you know, move the Earth through, kind of thing. They're pretty large, shall we say? They are pretty large. And let's not even forget that Harrier jets are intact in the you know, in the fort, and there's a working simulator that they can use to learn how to fly them. And fueled up, yeah. That fuel hasn't evaporated. Like, it really is a big question of how they managed to defeat us in the first place. Especially considering that we were able to defeat them with technology that we have today kind of thing. Alright, spare blue 1x1 cylinder plate is our extra piece there. And this will connect up there, just like that. So we have the hideout here with the little fish trap. Oh no! She's been fished. She has been fished. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Where did the other fish go? Oh, they're both in there now. All right, so she got fished. It is an interesting little hideout. I kind of wanted it to get more of these pieces and see what they'd be like, and I also wanted these. And it was on sale when I got it, so, you know. And, of course, a bulldog. An adorable little bulldog. Very cute. Alright. So that is that one. But we have one more city set to build. Actually, let me go ahead and put that aside there. We have the lifeguard truck. They built a hideout out of shipping containers, yes. There's the stickers. So 1 and 2. There, where is that? That is right there. There we go. Alright, there we go. Pour out the pieces. We got a Sharky. Alright, let's see. Bag number 1. Alright, let's make our lifeguard. Get your tweezers ready, yep. And a... Alright, where's his head? There's his head. These are not downtown extensions, they're just other city sets. I mean, it's not exactly a small shark in Lego terms. Although, actually, it's a standard size shark in Lego terms. There is a larger shark, though. There we go. And he's got a megaphone and a cell phone. And he's too busy to notice a shark getting him. Ah! I love that the set has a shark. That's pretty great. School of Bluefish. Let's see, what other movies did I watch recently? There was a Journey to the Center of the Earth movie that I'm pretty sure was a TV pilot, an attempt to make a series in the 90s for Journey to the Center of the Earth. It had Tim Russ in it. I mean, there's a lot of Journey to the Center of the Earth adaptations. A lot. It's really just one of many. This is the one that had a Yeti in it. Yes, Brendan Fraser did one. That was an actual movie. You remember A Journey? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Journeys to the Center of the Earth adaptations. Like, a whole lot. Remember a D&D setting, sort of like Journey? That would be the Mystara Hollow World setting. Which one had the exploding frog monster? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll be playing that eventually. I do need to play that one. Because Yeti are known to inhabit subterranean locales close to the hottest part of the planet. Yes. Yes, they are. It's true. The actor in the suit for that was, of course, the guy who played Mr. Halm on Star Trek. I mean, who else would you get in the 90s to play a super tall guy? Stroiken, yes. Like, who else would you get, right? I love how Arthur Conan Doyle was doing like the you know, what are they calling it these days? The cinematic universe, shall we say? Because Tarzan went to the center of the Earth, the Hollow World. The one that I watched from the 70s, I think, with I think it had Peter Cushing and it had Doug McClure, I believe. That one was pretty fun. Well, yeah. I unreservedly really enjoy Doug McClure's acting. If there's a movie with him in it, I will watch it. Even if it means that I then discover that it's mainly about showing lady breasts. I had no idea. Probably wouldn't have changed anything, but... Howdy, Lunatastic. How's it going? Started watching a movie, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand why this movie was made. Understood. Understood. I chose to watch it because it had Doug McClure in it. We're talking to Artie, then heard Lady Breasts talk about a missed opportunity. See, you gotta be on the ball around here. You gotta be on the ball around here. Like that we have these large doors in another shade. Always nice. Tests all by watching him make Manimal. Is Doug McClure in that? I mean, so I have not seen Manimal. Manimal gets referenced in MST3K. So yeah, I wanna watch that at some point. I will watch that. How bad could it be, I say before suffering a nervous breakdown? Going back to your earlier comment about the classic movie versions of Journey to the Center of the Earth, you're reminded that you've also seen the 50s version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and that you remember liking it. Is that the Disney one? I mean, guys can have them too. It's fine. Why did my ad manager... stop showing the ad manager portion? Let me go ahead and reload that, my dashboard. What is going on there? Like, I wasn't gonna pause it, but that's not working. That's gonna be a problem. There we go. Okay. I don't remember... Yeah, so the color 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Disney one, that's the one you were talking about? Produced by Walt Disney? Yes. That is a very good movie, yes. That is a very good movie. 1954, that's right. So the fact that it's in color makes me forget that it's a 50s movie sometimes. I want it to be a 60s movie. Oh yeah, actually we can pause those ads for a moment. I think you saw it in the 1990s thanks to VHS. I probably saw it thanks to the Disney Channel. That's how I saw other things like Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Which has a young Sean Connery in it. Yes, there were color movies in the 50s, Bahamut. You're just not going to see them from schlock B-movie stuff. He said he sent support an email? Okay, if he doesn't hear back from support soon, because they might be pretty overwhelmed, I would recommend calling. Just in case. But they might take care of it. I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot with the with their email support system at all. Calling? A voice phone call? What is this, 1970? I don't care that they are asleep. Wow, terrible. So as a person who only had a landline until mid-2019. Hey, I mean, whatever works. Whatever works for you. You had an AI take your order at a fast food place? Well, that's a fast food place that I would never go to again. Have I ever watched the horror movie Jack Frost? I feel like I have, but I may have just seen, like, clips. Like, I'm not positive. One of my stances is definitely no AI stuff. Yeah, I've definitely been aware of it for a very long time, but I can't say for sure that I've seen it. Alright, so spare parts, 1x1 tile slopes in clear, bright orange, and black. Red 1x1 plate, and bright orange 1x1 quarter cylinder tile. And a bag number 2. Good thing you're no AI. Alright, let's get our surfer lady. With her wetsuit. Give her the frightened face. You know, because she needs a lifeguard. Because she's out there surfing. And a sharky's after her. Artificial intelligence is no match for natural stupidity? I don't know. It's getting close, though, Kinshire. I don't know. Are you artificial? Yes. Are you smart? No. What if you're a natural toaster, though, as opposed to artificial? Try never to underestimate the capacity for stupidity in the world. See, and that's the thing, is that AI has greatly increased the capacity for that. Like, we're discovering whole new areas of stupidity. Howdy, Chutney Bucket. How's it going? And the ads are running. Thus, you don't underestimate such capacity. Many speedrunning techniques are the result of users performing illogical actions until something interesting happens. Yeah. Doing something silly and then, hey, wow, this actually broke something and I can shave a few seconds off this game. Oops, I got that one wrong way. There we go. A 1x6 with a lifeguard sticker on it. It's not giving you a pop-out for the stream. That's unfortunate. How did you do that? I don't know. And a 1x3 inverted tiles on the bottom with clips, bars with clips through. There we go. And get that on there. So that makes the rear lift gate. And we get the tail lights. Like, when I saw that YouTube was doing the auto-dubbing thing, I turned that off so fast. Do not leave your car parked on the sand. They will charge you for the recovery. So a very early collectible minifig had these, basically, like, they're the lifeguard floating device. Yeah, auto dubbing. It would use AI to dub your voice and your videos into other languages, and it's like, you're not getting my inflection, you're not getting my voice, you're not getting me in any of that. Why would I want that? If someone's coming to my video and they're like, I speak Chinese and I can't speak English, they're just gonna bounce off that video, and that's fine. Like, my videos don't have to be for people who don't understand English. No, it's not, but you wouldn't have it without the stupidity of the AI. Like, the fact that they didn't try to get it accurate first, it's a real big problem. Alright, so this little piece, it's one of those little lifeguard flotation devices. And I've always thought that this would make a good, like, if you had, like, a big model of a ship, this would make a good, like, lifeboat. You know, if you wanted to line the side of a big model of a ship with lifeboats, it worked pretty well on that. So that one goes there. That one goes there. Except for the hole in it, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just like you can get rounded Lego shapes with square Lego pieces. It's fine. I mean, when people talk about the problems of AI, they generally are... Did I use the wrong one somewhere? Because I only have the one orange. I had to have used a orange one where I should have used a red one, right? Hold up. I did. Right there. I blame both. I think there's plenty of room to blame both. I don't think it has to be an either-or situation. I think we need a Butlerian jihad against these things at this point. So we got black crowbars here. I mean, when people talk about AIs, you know, being terrible and everything like that, I think that the people involved is kind of like a given. You don't need to mention them specifically because obviously you're including them. But is it a tool? Like, if I make a widget and I call it a tool, is it a tool because I say it's a tool? Don't you have to actually have a use case for something for it to really be a tool? There's no use case, there's no valid use case for the overwhelming majority of modern generative AIs. But that has an actual use case. You don't have to use that. But there's nothing wrong with someone doing that for their illustration. Any more than there's something wrong with someone, you know, using a model or something. Looking at pictures that people have done of, you know, for poses kind of thing. A tool as opposed to an entity? I mean... I don't know. Alright, so we get this roof on here. And we have a nice, nice sunroof here on the truck. Okay, so in this first box, we have a pair of red flippers. And some binoculars. Second one, we have a first aid kit. And a water bottle. And cover it with, unfortunately, black 3x4 half tiles. Open that up. slide those back in there. And get our surfboards on the roof. There we go. And let's get the wheels on. Alright, there we go. Spare parts, red 1x1 tile slope, trans red I should say, and a dark azure 1x1 cylinder tile with a top peg. There we go. So we have the lifeguard rescue truck, which again, like they're very similar in design to the off-road vehicle we had that was sand green. And I really like this. I really like this design with these modern parts. The only thing that I would like better is if we had something inside there to fill in this little gap right here. That's the kind of thing that always is gonna bug me a little bit. Colored like a 90s Transformer, yeah. I mean, that's probably partly to make it high visibility. And I like that we have a lady with in a wetsuit fleeing from the shark, which has decided to chomp her surfboard. And the lifeguard in his swim trunks. So, it's a good set. I definitely recommend this along with the RV that we built a little while ago and the off-road, the sand green off-road truck that we made a little while ago. Very good in this style of, going with this now 6-wide truck design. The shark is cute. Yes, Lego sharks are adorable. A lot lighter, because there's a lot less plastic in this than the older style. You can also put them on studs there. Stick something in there if you want to hang them. You could stick something in there if you wanted to hang them as well. And he can actually, eat a surfboard. Nom. Nom, 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 nom. I was just thinking the other day, we've got hammerhead sharks. Why don't we have any other fish that are hammerheads? It's very weird. There should be a whole line of hammerhead fish. Can he eat a surfboarder? He can eat part of a surfboarder. Parts of a surfboarder. The larger shark, you can definitely fit, like, the whole person like this in. But no, to get a person in one of these, you basically need to... Jeez, those legs are pretty tough. Actually, that doesn't even really work very well. And there's too much space there. I need an older torso to, like, slide over the bottom jaw. But you could do this. Go ahead and zoom in on that. See? She's being eaten by the shark. There is a need for a bunch of hammerhead fish. And that's because I want that. Alright, let's see. Do we see the other... Nope. We do not see the other vehicles on that image. That's unfortunate. Alright. But now that that is done, it is time for us to do some minifigs. And we are going to start with Lego Movie series. We're still looking for one remaining minifig here. Well, Bunny does not appear to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're rolling 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, let's start the prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. Let's go ahead and roll my dice. 3. I'm going to re-roll because I don't think there's any more Emmets. 7. I don't think there's any more Scribble Cops. 18. Need to re-roll. 15. I don't think there's any more Pandas. 4. Alright, Wild West Wild style. I will go with that. Yeah, I know. There should definitely be Lego ham. Really should. Let's go ahead and zoom this one back here. There we go. Alright, so let's see. What do we have? Where's my pen? There's my pen. All right, so 9 for Nadarogai. That is the construction worker that we need. 8 for 11 for Bahamut. We'll go there. That is the Robo Secretary. 16 for Vigistry. That is the Mermaid. 8 for Seelan. That is Shakespeare. 6 for Ice Sovereign. That is Ms. Scratch and Post. Iagra rolled a 5. That would be Abraham Lincoln. Minotaur very keen surfing the high waves, and a Leonin lifeguard on the lookout. 4 and 9 for your other guesses, as you have to go chauffeur. All right, enjoy your chauffeurage. Chauffeurage. I don't know if that's a real word, but it should be a real word now. I'm deeming it a real word. Go out there and use chauffeurage as much as you can. Okay. So, predictions are closed, and go. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Yes, chauffeurage. Get out there and use that new word. Okay. All right. I think we got the construction worker, the lady construction worker. Let us see if that is correct. It's either that or it's an Emmet. It is! Holy cow! It is! We finally got her. We finally got her. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? There is one in there. I know, right? It's crazy how long it took us to get one. All right, so that was 1810. Hold on. I'll show that off. 1810. So choose the outcome. Within 20 seconds, complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Kinshir and Vigistry getting all the hams. Ice Sovereign going for a 20 to 50. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60, and Bahamut and Niagara going for no. Well, the War of 1812 hadn't started yet, so there is that. I have some blue around. Easier to access blue. Do I have easier to access blue? The pants are off. The color of the blue is off. It's very weird. Let me zoom in here. If I can grab the slider, thank you. It's very weird. But here is our lady construction worker. Looking a little bruised there. I don't think they've made this this jackhammer since, but it's a pretty good piece. I like it as a tool. I have quite a few. I like the hair with the hat. I believe if this is black, then it would be like they've had that in black for a equestrian person. And she does have an interesting decorated torso and leg. Torso and legs. Lots of tools on there. Does she ogle men who pass by? Maybe. She can ogle men if she wants. She still respects them, of course. Okay, so that means that we are done with this set. Are there going to be any Trek CMFs this coming year? I don't think we've heard anything. Okay, so we know the next CMFs that are coming, the ones in January, their animal costumes. The rumor is that the May CMFs is another generic set, and I haven't seen any news about the September set yet. There's at least one of those jackhammer pieces used in the greebling of the Falcon. Yeah, but that probably came out about the same time, I think. This is... okay, no, actually this is 2014. So I guess they have used it since. I just hadn't seen it. All right. So, since that brings this one to a close, that means we are done with that set. We are going to be starting a new set, but I think I'll probably wait until after we've done the Advent calendars. The Advent calendar that I'm going to do. Just because we're going to be opening up multiple things for the Advent calendar. So we'll just do like one minifig for the month of December. All right, but that is that one all done. Put that up there. Next up, and we are almost done with this one as well. I got the Minecraft one, courtesy of Sealan. Okay, so that's a 1 and 15. It does not. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I need the D8. All right, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, the archaeologist is your go-to for this one, Vigistry. Okay. All right, let's start the prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig? A pack. It was supposed to be the City Advent calendar, but, Sealan, if you paid for the city advent calendar and I got the licensed Minecraft one, I got more bang for the buck. So, you know, I'm good with that. I appreciate it, though. I might still get the city one. I don't know. I need to go look at it again and see if it's actually still available. All right, so my die says 13. Let's see what other one. What do we have? Okay, 1 for Ice Oven. That would be the King. 4 for Nadaroge Eye. That would be the Snake Charmer. 13 for Bahamut and Seelan. That would be the Disco Lady, which is what I got as well. Iugra rolled a 12, which is the Samurai Lady. I really do like the Samurai Lady. Archaeologist, of course, for Vigistry, which would be number 6. A Minotaur chef tired from cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and a Leonin stuffed from eating Thanksgiving dinner. I need to find another day to go get the pizza that I wanted. Alright, just a few seconds remaining. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? Narakokra, who is still hiding until the Leonin's Thanksgiving dinner is over. Wait. But Seelan, wouldn't the Leonin be full now? When he's done with Thanksgiving dinner, he might start getting hungry again. Oh, and Kirk Douglas says Ned Land. That would be an interesting one. They do have Disney. All right, predictions are closed. Let's go ahead and go. All right, what do we have? What is that? Okay, that's legs. That is legs. That's probably a head. That is... What is that? That is... Feels like ears. Oh, all right. I think I know. All right, 22.8. I believe that we have the Lady Cyclops. Let's see if that is the case. Lady Cyclops. No! I got that one wrong. It's the Goblin Raider. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, I just accidentally ran an ad break. Alright, that is a no. Complete that prediction. So it's only a 1-minute ad break. It's right next to it. I'll wait to read off the winners in a moment. I apologize for that. That was completely unintentional. I should probably actually just remove that from my thing. Alright, it's just about done. You've seen the panel of which Ald speaks. They really are right next to each other. Yeah, I mean, I can move them, but... Alright, so, for those who got that ad, I apologize. I clicked the button. It was right next to it. I meant to hit the prediction, but it was right next to it. Alright. Let's see. Where is... Oh, can I not actually see... Can I not even see who won? Oh, okay. I can do it here. That's weird. It usually... Okay, so, who is getting the hams? I hate trying to... Can I not figure it out? Can I not see this? I hate you, Twitch. I hate you so much. Oh, no, there it is. I swear it wasn't there before. Twitch is being twitchy on me. All right, Bahamut Niagara getting a very nice payout on the no. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. Lord Canis and Isovan going for 20 to 50. And Kinshir and Vigastry going for within 20 seconds. All right, let's go ahead and mark down another Goblin. All right. And the final minifig for the night. There we go. What Spider-Man will we be getting? Alright, let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig box? Let's get the, oops, bumped you guys. Let's get my scale out. Alright, so, we have the Spider-Man. We have not gotten Spider-Man. We have not gotten Spider-Punk. We have not gotten Prowler. Cyborg Spider-Woman, Sun Spider, Spider-Bite, Web-Slinger, or Werewolf Spider-Man. We have gotten Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man India, and Spider-Man and Mayday Parker. Those are the ones that we have gotten. Alright, so let's see, 5 and 9, 5 for Isovan. That would be Spider-Man India, but you re-rolled, so Spider-Punk. 9 for Nadarogai, that would be Spider-Bite. Vigastry 4. Spider-Gwen we've already gotten, so you'll need a re-roll. 3 for Bahamut, that is Prowler. 1 for Seelan and Iugra, that is Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Is there something that doesn't involve spiders? No, because this is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. It's all Spider-Man, all the time. An Aarakocra Aerialist, a Minotaur Underground Spider-Man, and a Leonin supervillain using Venom Cakes. Venom Cakes? To take over the Underground? What is a Venom Cake? 5, that is... No, that's a reroll. That was Spider-Man 2099. And your guess would be a straight-up Drider. I wonder when LEGO will get around to a Drider-like lower body portion. They got to do that, right? That in and of itself can't be copyrighted or patented or anything like that. All right, minifig scanner is up. Predictions are closed. Okay, so first of all, I will shake it and make the guess. Could I build one? Yeah. I mean, I definitely could. I don't know how great it would look. But I could definitely think of a few ways to do it. Alright. What am I hearing? I think that we have Prowler. That's going to be my guess. My guess is number 3, Prowler. The D12. Bionicle would be too large. You want a minifig scale. Alright, that was a 5, which is Spider-Man 2099, which we've already gotten. 2. Alright, that is Spider-Punk. And the weight... 17, so probably a relatively light one. I'm gonna say Werewolf Spider-Man. That's gonna be my guess. Werewolf Spider-Man. Alright. So what is it? Spider-Bite. Margot Kess. Alright, Chutney Bucket. Enjoy your lurk. So that is going to be a no. Let's go ahead and open it up and see. That is indeed Spider Bite. Choose the outcome. That is a no. Complete the prediction. Who is getting the hams? All right, Bahamut getting all the hams. Isovan and Vigistry going for yes with guess. Kinshir going for yes with die roll. Lord Canis and Iagra going for yes with wait. But it all goes to a Bahamut. Your hams are an even number again. So we've got trans pink legs, or satin trans pink, and satin trans pink arms as well. Well, that's actually an interesting helmet. Give her regular hair first. And she has a computer panel. Where's the line between pink and purple? Somewhere. The shirt is definitely pink. Let me go ahead and zoom in on her. So, like, there's a lot of purple printing on the arms and legs, which is going to make it look purple, but if you look back here, it's a lot more, it's satin pink. But dark blue hair, that's pretty cool. And this is definitely purple. This helmet, that is definitely purple. Yeah, I love the transparent orange 3x4 half tiles. But here you can see this is transparent pink again. The difference between these two is this has got a satin to it. So it's like not exactly filled with glitter, but there's something added to the transparent mixture to give it. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be matte because it's transparent. Like without whatever additive it has, it would look like this. But yeah, I mean it's pearlescent. But the Lego calls it satin. Satan pink, got it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, visual texture definitely it could be a thing. I'm really curious if they're going to come up with another use for this helmet. Because this is very specific. It's an interesting piece, though. I like her little hairballs out the back. And yes, I did call them hairballs. Where's my zoom? There's my zoom. Alright. Zoom back on out. Actually, I'll go ahead and put that on, because I'll keep that hair. Alright, let's go ahead and mark her. That was indeed 9. That was indeed a 9. So we have gotten 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. But we are going to be taking a break from this because next week, next Wednesday, we will be doing some of the Advent calendar things. And then once the Advent calendar entries are done, we will return to this, and we will have a new set to complement our Series 13 that we are working on. But that is going to wrap us up for tonight. I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back tomorrow for some more Spelljammer. We will be back on Monday for more Dragon Quest 1 HD 2D on Draconian mode, which, you know, I have definitely found the cheesy aspect of just cop out. Just cop out until you win. That's how it works. And then next Wednesday, we will return to a new Lego building. What will it be? I don't know. We'll see. But I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and I shall see you next time. See you then, everyone.